All right, this is gonna be a quick video. This is for my parents. 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 And I know I said that like 1,000 times. I just want to say, I feel like both sides go through this, and what I'm about to say is like, I know the mothers go through it, and I know the fathers go through it, but we go through it alone. So, things are kind of different now than the first time I had this feeling, which was damn near what, a year and a half ago? That's creeping up on 2 years. So, have any parents out there, please comment if you have had this situation happen to you before. It shook me, and it normally doesn't sit with me this heavy, but when your kids start being able to talk, like what it is when your kids start being able to talk. It's like, damn, when they can actually be like, I want to call mommy, I want to call daddy. And as I'm saying, they might not even really talk. Like, and what I mean by that, like, you know what I mean? It's not that much. Like, the interaction is not, it's not extreme. They can express whatever they can say. You know what I mean? If it's some sentences, some small sentences. My daughter, I understand her pretty well for the secret language. I'm not even gonna say baby talk, the secret language. So it's like, I want to talk to mommy, or I want to talk to daddy, and then it's like that shit just hits you, because it's like, damn, you can express that emotion now. Like, don't have kids if you can't get them both parents. AKA, wait till marriage. I would say just use protection, but niggas don't give a about protection no more. First off, only deal with somebody that got something to lose. If you see they'll burn that bridge and blow shit up, or you guys gotta just listen to how people talk. Just listen to how people talk. Please listen to how people talk. It was a video that I had watched, and the mom, I feel like the mom felt like she was spitting facts. I feel like the mom. I'll just get into it. Here go the clip right here, and we'll chop it up after. Okay, so you telling the world that you made kids with somebody that don't want to deal with their children. I said this in another video. That's bummy. That's scum. Um, Pause. You already know we speaking to the actual niggas that are bums and deadbeats. We're not talking about the ones that got pushed out of the family dynamic because of some bullshit that somebody else did, whether it was the mom, whether it was an auntie, grandma. I don't give a fuck. We're not speaking to the good. We're not speaking on the good. We speaking on the good dudes from a hurt standpoint. Nobody deserves somebody that wants to snake them. Nobody deserves that. As much evil as much evil or bad things I would say some of us have done, that still doesn't equal up to like somebody carrying your seed and then keeping it from you. I don't really fuck with the term that, children are his karma. I understand it, yes. That's what I'm saying, yes. It's a lot of smart people on this planet with no kids. So, shout out to y'all. But damn, for a woman to express like her hatred for a man, and then thinking that other men are going to be okay with it, I find that pretty hilarious. I find it pretty hilarious. Her hatred for men is really deep, and she don't even realize it, right? Yes, our kids are our karma. That's some other world shit when you can lay down with somebody that you damn near hate, sleep with them, have their kid, and then like parade around this world like God don't see it. Like, karma is real, bro. And it might not be called karma. It's definitely not called karma. To you, it's gonna be, why my relationship keep ending? Why do my relationships keep ending the same? Why does it seem like I'm always picking the same people? Why does it seem like my life is not in order? Why does it seem like I'm always tired and chasing? The levels of tired be different. Like I was telling the mother of my children today, it has nothing to do with the kids. That's what I'm saying. That was just me not having the best dick discipline. I don't know if I might have to block that out. But I definitely have the regret of not learning who I was before having children. If you want to call it regret, whatever term you really want to use, but I realized where I went wrong. I guess that's how you would say it. I realized where I went wrong. Now back to actually what I was trying to say. The reason for the video, that's what I'm saying. It was sitting on my heart, and then my daughter was just like, I want to call mommy. And she said it with such a like funky attitude. And I'm like, all right, chill. Like, she said she'll call you back. And that just made me think of like all the times that, I called for my father, and said it in a talking shit way. And, the old man never really coming for me because he couldn't. Because he couldn't. My dad he wasn't able to come see me. He was locked up. So I know the pain is a little different. It's not like he, in a sense, discarded me and didn't want me, But, I do think about those kids that sit around and be like, okay, where's my dad? Especially after the daycare hits. It just becomes so emotionally draining. I can understand why a lot of parents end up staying to themselves, working on finding peace with not being on the top of someone's list to pursue or to start anything with. Doesn't matter. You can have a lot of confidence in yourself. That's completely fine and beautiful. You know what I mean? But you watch how somebody parents, or you watch how they maneuver, or you know them long enough. You'll start seeing where they lack. And that's, I'm not saying lack like a negative thing, because all of us always have something to work on. But it's like kids take a lot. Kids take a lot of mental, emotional energy. And even as the father, that's why I was telling the mother of my children, I was just like, it's the hardest for me to sit down and write with Nicole, or not Nicole, or write with Serafina. And it's like, damn, like I'm kind of tired, like, and it's like, it ain't no stopping. So it's like, you gotta pick your head up and keep it trucking along, and you just gotta hope that you have, or not hope, but you gotta put yourself in a position to where you got friends or family that really love you and care for you and don't mind assisting. The babies don't deserve this. The babies don't deserve this. The babies don't deserve this. They deserve to be able to speak, talk to, hold, hug, kiss either one of their parents. That's what they deserve. That's what they deserve. So the video clip, it was just so crazy, because it's like, I don't think a lot of souls really sit back and think about the words that are coming out of their mouth. And like I said earlier, like, a woman that you can tell, like, it's deep seated like hatred she don't like men. She damn near hates men now because of the men that she decided to choose, right? So now it becomes a situation where she's speaking on these individuals from a standpoint of I don't need them, or they, like they were never even in me or my child's lives. And I'm like, that doesn't, like, those, it don't make men. That's what I'm saying. Other men hear it. I hear that shit. That's what I'm saying. I just be like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's cool. That's what I'm saying. It's cool until that karma starts coming back on you. And then now you got to deal with the consequences of raising these children without a father. And it was a couple videos out like that of the sons, just like daughters, they get attached to young men that they shouldn't be getting attached to because they don't have a father. And sons tend to lash out. Sons definitely tend to lash out. Usually physically, and have problems with like controlling their. It's a whirlwind of things, but you know you have a problem with controlling your emotions, and typically that'll turn into some form of fighting. I was one of those kids, so I did notice that I had an issue with authority. I didn't like adults touching me. So if a teacher put his hand on my shoulder, I really wasn't with it too much. I really was like, you can get your hand off of me. And right, right from the jump, it's like, might as well head to the principal's office. Like, might as well call me, might as well call my mama. As long as I got in trouble, but it was just like, I definitely felt like my home situation wasn't really that safe. So I'd rather, as I say, if I get in trouble, I'd rather stay with my grandma or stay at the school. Damn, I'd rather have stayed at the school. Like, just think about that. There's kids that had rather stayed at the school than went home. So it's like, I understand like that whole putting your hands on your kids, it don't really work. And that's what I was raised on. So it's just like, for me, it's like, I gotta learn how to do a lot more talking, elaborating, expressing in a calm tone, and when I need to get hype and get hyphy, it just needs to be it doesn't need to be consistently. So that's why I just want, you just want your kids to know that you're serious, not necessarily that you'll like break them in half or anything like that. So, oh man. So I definitely realized that, those things definitely take a major toll on the kid. Now it's just about, showing your children genuine love and actually opening up yourself and healing yourself, so then that you can give your children the best experience of life that they can have, the best understanding that they can have from a healed parent's point of view, and not caught up in all this nonsense. I just feel like it's unfortunate because there's a good amount of moms that I noticed that do that, and that's, I'm like, it ain't. I don't have any issue with it. That's, I'm like, it's. I'm not knocking them. It don't. That's, I'm like, it don't really bother me. I can honestly care less. I care about the children. Fuck you. Can I say that? Is that rude? I care about the kids, bruh. It don't have nothing to do with these fucking grown ass adults. I promise you. They need you healed. They need you healed. Like, every aspect. They need you healed. And even if you healed and you not dating, at least they can have their parent that's not trying to sabotage their childhood. Oh my gosh. Children need both feminine and masculine energy. You cannot give your son, as a mother, you can't give your son masculine energy and then, as a woman, and then expect for it to go smoothly. Natural feminine energy, That's where the nurturing comes into play. Masculine, energy as a male, as a man, as a father. That's where that authoritative and that disciplinary action comes into play. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be in the form of like whoopings or anything like that. But father, like that soft tone, that soft touch, mom. That is the whole other end of that. Not saying that he can't express to these kids, an energy that is loving. Of course he can, but the children are gonna clearly respond better to the man. That's what I'm saying. You doing, but you got your mans or father of your children. He might be, you know, hopefully taller than you. So then it becomes a little bit easier because it's like, okay, I see dad standing taller than mom, and I'm below, I'm below mom. So it's a tier. It's like, okay, I'm looking up I'm looking up. I see he head honcho. And shout out to the families that do this, and like dad is the stay at home parent. You know what I mean? And mom still creates this atmosphere of nah, that's still head honcho. I might work a little bit, for our situation, but dad is still head honcho. Shout out to the moms that do that. Trying to keep their system in their family understood. You feel me? Shout out to y'all. Like that's some dope work right there. And shout out to the fathers that feel that pain, that hurt from not seeing their kids. I spent months without seeing my kids from when the first COVID had happened. Months. I'm talking about something like, what was it? Was it almost half a year? Easily. Couldn't see my kids. Oh, I know it's hard. I know we out here doing our best. Just don't be too hard on yourself. Okay? Try to take it easy on yourself. I don't want to talk about the other side of it, but that's why a lot of these situations they're critical. They're extremely critical. I don't want your soul to be so hurt that you want to remove yourself from this plane. Okay? I don't want that. I'm pretty sure anybody that actually speaks to you is going to tell you the same thing. We want you here with your kids, handling yourself, happy. If you can, know what I'm saying. If marriage is in your card, congratulations. Heal yourself so you can go get that done. Now, this is not to say that you should be trying to spend 5 years to heal. You feel me? It's a constant climb uphill. There is no reaching the top. That's just like with spirituality. There is no reaching the top. There's no finish to this race. There's no ending. There's no, oh yeah, like celebration at the end. I love you. I care about you. I want you to succeed. I want the best for you. I pray no harm comes to you. I pray for your protection mentally, spiritually, physically. God is watching over you. We're going to make it, We're going to make it. Take it one day at a time. Take it one morning at a time. Wake up. Start your day off good, aka don't touch your phone when you first wake up. Don't touch your phone when you first wake up. Don't think you need sounds to meditate. Don't think you need sounds to pray. Pray to God, get some meditation in. I do both. Pray to God, get some meditation in, journal. Try to, that's what I'm saying. If you remember your dream, try to journal when you first wake up. Sit in silence. Listen to what animals you can hear early in the morning. Hear the birds chirping. You know, you hear the crickets. We get a lot of parakeets out, or parrots. Let's say parakeets. We get a lot of parrots out here. So, you know, they be flying around doing their little talking thing. And it's, you know, it's beautiful to see. I've been seeing them since I was in like high school, and they was flying over my quad. But, you know, that's when I'll see them all over the city now, just being loud and just probably like 20 of them just flying all over the place, just like in a pack. But, you know, anyways, that's what I'm saying. If I can get some video of it, I'll probably toss it in there. But just don't be too hard on yourself. Just don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay to criticize yourself, but that's what I'm saying. Don't sit there too long. I don't really relate it to it being a sign, but I'm one of those souls that I think about my actions. I think about the shit that embarrassed me years ago, from when I was a kid to, you know, now being grown. If it was anything that I did that I felt kind of made me move in a funny way, you know, I think about that too. I try not to be too hard on myself though. It's hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna sit here and say like it's not, you know. Like I said, it's an uphill battle. It's like, you know what I'm saying, if you ever been to the sand dunes, my G, oh my gosh. You go up there, that's what I'm saying, you bust your ass up the sand dunes, you're throwing up. Even when you get in a healthier, stronger position, it'll start to subside that feeling. But bust your ass up that hill. You know what I'm saying? When you first get there. And this is just for the souls that probably never really worked and bust their ass like in sports or whatever. Or just in basic working out. But men know. You know what I'm saying? If you're in Cali, you know. If you've been to Manhattan Beach, you know for sure. Like, bust your ass up that hill of sand. And it ain't the biggest hill either. This is I'll play a clip. It ain't even the biggest hill. Work your butt up that hill and see how you feel. You're not celebrating. You're not celebrating. You out of breath. You tired. You sitting there. You like, damn. I gotta go down now? That's what I'm saying. The going down is easy. The going down is easy. You know, you just gotta walk back down. You can take the stairs or you can walk back down the sand. But you're there for a workout. So guess what you about to do? Turn around and go right back up. So that's why I say it's about pacing yourself. It's about pacing yourself. It ain't no rushing to get the workout done faster. It ain't no rushing to get the workout done faster. It's truly an understanding. Peace and love. Peace and love. We just got to do better. But this video particularly is about is just about all the aspects of which we have to pay attention to as parents. You know, I know we're tired out here and we can't do it all, but my mama told me pretty much you got to be Superman every day. You got to be Superwoman every single day. And if you find somebody to be super with, cool. I pray you find somebody to be super with. Ain't nobody on. We're not supposed to be on this planet to be alone. But I do know that until you're healed, you're not necessarily even going to know what you truly want. You're always operating out of a need until you get to that point. And you just sit and marinate on that. You are operating out of a need when you are not healed. The crazy thing is a lot of people don't even realize it until it's too late, until it's the relationship that they trying to hold on to so dearly, and they can't. It's like how would just put it, that's how the cookie crumbles. It's like when you pick up something and you think it's gonna be solid, and then it just like it turned into mush in your hands. I know that was a trashy ass analogy, and I apologize, but it's like building. It's like a cookie. That's how the cookie crumbles. It's like a cookie, and then that's like, have you ever tried to? Has anybody ever made a cake and then it was missing ingredients, or you didn't put enough butter in your cookies and they came out bad, or you made a cake and the cake wouldn't stay fluffy? Best example, bread. Anybody else, if you made bread without enough yeast and you did the yeast wrong? I be cooking from scratch now, so that's the only reason why I really be talking about this stuff. If you don't put the correct ingredients and the measurements into the bread, your bread coming out trash. Until you are healed, you will be operating in a place of need until you sort through those pains. And this is really more of, we need to figure out what triggers us and stay away from it. You need to know what triggers you. You need to know what makes you mad. You need to know what makes you sad, and be able to cap it. Protect yourself from it. Don't date until you figure out how to do that. Until you can communicate with the person like, these are the things that, and you don't even have to express it. That's when, like, a lot of the times, depending on who you dealing with, that's when, like, especially like a person like me, I can see that shit just through conversation. I don't even need to hang out with you. And as much as I notice too, as much as women talk about men and codependency, it's both ways. Remember when I was talking about, like, if you ever have anything to say, you need to figure out what's going on with you before you say that statement. Typically, when I speak my mind now, I know exactly what I did wrong. And I can speak on it, and I typically do, but you don't know what frame I'm talking about the situation in, just because I'm just trying to elaborate. I'm trying to help younger people educate, and even older if they never heard or been through, or if I'm the soul that just expresses himself the way that he needs to where women can actually take it in. I really don't be knowing, but it could be seen, it could be felt. Your aura is a I don't really want to talk about that in this video, but your aura is a certain color, when you're depressed, when you're down, when you're sad. And like I said, it's going to take every single day of you waking up mentally wanting to be that thing that you want so bad, that happiness, or, that successful whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is. You have the opportunity to blossom into that. You just have some things to take care of first. Don't always try to put a timetable on everything. And I say that because I remember, like, this was probably like 2 years ago, and a bunch of people on my page found it funny. This was Facebook, but I put the phases of spirituality, and I'll probably have a picture of it. But I put the phases of spirituality, on a post, and I believe a woman was saying how, oh yeah, I've been through all the phases. I've been through 1 through 5, or it's like 1 through 7. I think it's 5. I can't remember on top of my head. But I'm sitting there laughing, and I'm like, bro, I'm still sitting in, like, I'm still on the first, second, I'm just understanding. And then it's like, after the understanding, a lot of people go through this rage and then go into hermit mode. So hermit mode is just the quiet, sitting there with the quiet of the storm. You trying to figure everything out. That's my favorite place to be, is sitting there figuring out everything, so then I can become a better person. That's where I felt like I was at, and I wanted to stay. They say you can get to a level of spirituality to where God is pretty much telling you to teach, and some souls we're so far stretched from actually hearing and understanding the truth that I feel like it's really hard for some of us to like grasp just even the most simple things. If you want to talk about, being able to manifest something, all that energy, it's an essence. It's God energy, right? But it's stemmed out of love. How can you hate and show hate and talk hate and 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 be snakish to people and then think that that's what I'm saying. Like all that's going on. You don't. If you have the best life, then cool. But somebody that's definitely going to trigger some kind of. I'm not even gonna say positive. I don't know what that's doing. It's not bringing you closer to whatever your goal is. I was telling the mother of my children, I was just like, people trying to manifest a house when they haven't even manifested a butterfly yet. I elaborated, but it's like, just like I've said, it's levels to the spirituality thing. You can't run before you can even tummy roll. Like, that's what I'm saying. You might be able to skip. You might be able to skip walk. Like, I don't. So I've seen babies skip the walking phase and go right into running. Like, soon as they stood up, it's just that's what I'm saying. I've seen a child run into a wall because they was trying to get up and run so fast. So it's like you can skip crawling. Yeah, you can skip crawling, but it ain't no skipping walking. It ain't no skipping taking that first step. People spend years in this field getting it together, trying to become a master manifester. I'm not saying you're not special, but all blessings you get don't come from God. I hope that wasn't too deep. I hope that wasn't too deep, bro. I really hope that wasn't too deep. All blessings you get don't come from God. Watch what you call a blessing. All right, peace. Take it easy. Much love. I'm out.